Snipers, you have to see what's happening to the Bitcoin price this Thursday as we have rejected the $44,000 level quite a few times now. And I am not liking the 6-hour candle that we're seeing here with this bearish tail at the 50-period moving average about to close in less than an hour. So I needed to get this video out to you guys to address a potential downside scenario. What are the most important support levels to watch? 41,950, of course, we know is an extremely important support level. A lot of people are saying now that on the hourly chart, we have this potential parallel channel, this ascending channel, which is, typically bearish in a lot of cases. And so this is something we're also monitoring. You can see Bitcoin so far has held this ascending channel support. And so very interesting time here in the cryptocurrency market. One thing to note for sure is on the daily chart, total market cap has came back up to test its 200-day moving average so far with a rejection, but I wouldn't call this a decisive rejection. I would say that we are having the best opportunity and best chance right now to see continuation in the total market cap, to see further upside with the 200-day moving average sitting at 2.115 trillion and our current market cap at 2.039 trillion. We at least got back above 2 trillion, which is a huge win for the bulls. And so we do have that potential death cross coming up here for the total market cap and the Bitcoin price, something that we want to monitor. In the past, we've seen a death cross for the total market cap, and that is only preceded with upside. And so we don't want to be too concerned about this death cross. But total market cap, certainly nice to see it tested its 200-day moving average. Ethereum not yet testing its 200-day moving average, just close enough though. At 34.54, that's the major resistance. If we get above 34.54, Ethereum has opportunity to see massive upside, and that puts it back above its 200-day moving average. It's not a coincidence that there's confluence here with the 200-day moving average. And then the Ethereum to Bitcoin chart, maintaining price action now above the 100-day moving average, and extremely important market structural support, which is extremely bullish for not just Ethereum, but the overall altcoin market. I would say that we're still seeing this storyline continue with others' dominance, factoring altcoins outside of Ethereum, still showing strength, wanting to move up towards the resistance of this ascending triangle that, if it were to break out, would be a massive breakout for the altcoins and could really take that total market cap into new price discovery, all-time high territories. But this is all going to depend on what's happening here with Bitcoin. One thing to also note is the DXY broke down for the first time in almost a year. We're testing this 100-day moving average. The last time we came and tested the 100-day moving average as a support was on April of 2021. And since then, we've stayed above this 100-day moving average. And you can see now for the first time we've come and we've broke market structural support. And we are also testing the 100-day moving average. So the slowdown in the DXY has been the direct effect, has been creating a direct effect to Bitcoin, seeing some upside here at 41,950. And so that's something that we want to monitor. I think that on the micro time frames, we go into the 15-minute chart, we're starting to see sellers come in before 44,800. That's another puzzle piece to mention. We didn't get to test this major resistance at 44,800 before seeing some sell pressure come in and bring Bitcoin back down below 44,000. So we are continuously rejecting this $44,000 area before even getting to 44,800. In my opinion, that is a bearish puzzle piece. So it's really a draw here with Bitcoin. I think with the total market cap testing the 200-day moving average, we're getting the best opportunity that we can. But with the 6-hour candle potentially closing bearish, we have to really monitor 41,950. As long as we stay above 41,950, the likelihood we could see some upside is on the table. But we come back down to 41,950 for another retest, that's not going to be the best case scenario for Bitcoin. We can potentially come down to 38,000, 34,788 if 41,950 breaks with hourly and 4-hour confirmations. What do you guys think about that? I'd like to see who's on our live stream. Marcelo on the live stream. I wonder what your opinions are. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them. And I'm going to quickly wrap up with talking about altcoins. Cardano did break out above $1.25, and now we're staying above this level. And so with this upside move that we recently saw, one thing to note is that we're seeing some strength in some altcoins. Cardano testing its 50-day moving average, maintaining price action now above $1.25. Not the only altcoin. We look at Shiba Inu breaking out of this falling wedge, or this flag, this descending flag formation. We predicted this because we were sitting at this major resistance. We finally got above, and we're staying above. And so are we seeing the early signs of a continuation in altcoin season for us to break out into further highs? I think that that's something to keep on the table. SHIB against Bitcoin, you can see breaking out of this descending channel that was forming. And then we even look at the Cardano against Bitcoin chart, testing prices above this major channel resistance right now, actually testing the 100-day moving average for the first time since August of 2021. So very good to see Cardano testing this 100-day moving average right now as a resistance. It's interesting because the DXY is testing its 100-day moving average as a support, while Cardano, after a bearish couple of months, is testing the 100-day as a resistance right now. Are we seeing the early signs of maybe a inverse correlation here with the DXY and the crypto market, where we're going to see things flip back into the favor of crypto and traditional markets? We get back above this 100-day moving average. That's a huge puzzle piece for the Cardano US dollar price, or Cardano against Bitcoin, which will lead a lot of other altcoins. And so I think that there's a lot of interesting puzzle pieces on the table, but nothing too significant to say that we have failed to see a reversal on a bottom here. I think that with the hourly volume that we saw below 40,000, and since then we've only seen upside, I think that was a very positive sign at this range here, which was below 41,950. We have yet to see sell pressure equate to that amount of buy pressure that came in. And so on the micro time frames, I would say that we're still slightly in the favor of the bulls, but in the macro, we're obviously in the daily chart almost in a bearish trend right now. And so we have to keep these downside scenarios on the table if we see major support break. There's an area here right around 42,500 where there's a lot of confluence on the hourly moving averages. If we get below 42,500, that starts putting 41,950 back on the table, and that's going to be exactly what we don't want to see if we want to assume continued upside. So at some point or another in the short term, we need to start getting back towards 44,800. We need to come test this level. I think that that's extremely important right now for Bitcoin, and then we can potentially assume some upside here. Rick says, if Cardano can't close the monthly above $1.32, you think EDA heads back down to 0.5? Well, I come from traditional markets, and when an asset breaks a dollar for the first time, especially penny stocks, they typically will never come back down below a dollar. And so with Cardano already breaking a dollar, actually reaching $3, and now back down to $1.25, I think that it's quite clear here that Cardano does not want to get back below a dollar. And so we've seen major support here many times, almost a dozen times. We can count probably 12 different times that Cardano has found support at a dollar. And so I don't think it would be possible for Cardano to get below a dollar. I know that's a bold statement, but I truly believe that we've seen a very bearish market for some of these altcoins like Cardano over the last few months, and that they are at areas of accumulation. I don't see Cardano coming down to 50 cents whatsoever. You know, when an asset breaks its previous all-time highs in the crypto market, it typically does not come back to that area. It enters a new matrix, is what we like to call here on the Cypress channel, on the 4-dimensional channel, where price action just doesn't go back to the area in the chart that it was previously at years ago. Especially like here with Cardano, we look at what was going on here in late 2019, early 2020, when Cardano was under 50 cents. You know, that was its own area of price action and matrix, and now we've really gotten ourselves to a whole nother area above a dollar. I think is you know, going to be quite a strong support there for Cardano. Rasmito says, does Bitcoin have any more CME gaps that need to be filled? There are many CME gaps for Bitcoin, but they have never been good indicators for price action, especially in the short term. And even in the macro, we've seen many gaps come in and not get filled. And so we've stopped looking at CME gaps. Lord says, thanks for the BNB tip years ago. Absolutely. We've been talking about BNB for over 3 years now. Northern Light says, when's my Shibu going to take off? It's starting to move very well. We were up 10% over the last 48 hours, which was amazing. Rick says that $1 support is a huge support. Thanks for the answer. Absolutely. And Wixer says, you do this every day. Yes, we go live. We make a video every single day here on the Snipers channel. For the last 3 years, we've been doing this since 2017. So remember to smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm, because I appreciate each and every one of you snipers. If you guys enjoyed this content, show your support, like the video, and I'm going to just wrap up here. Thank you all for tuning in today. 41,950 is very important. In the short term, the 6 hour does not look like we're getting a nice close here. It looks a little bit bearish, so we have to keep some downside scenarios on the table right now. If 41,950 gets breached for a second time, I think that we have to start putting back the scenario of 38,000, 34,708. But I don't see this happening right now, especially in the next few hours. I think that we're going to stay above 41,950. I think that we're going to really flirt inside of this range of 44,800 and 41,950 for at least a few more days. And is that the best thing for Bitcoin? I wouldn't say that that's the best thing. I would say that getting above 44,800 at some point or another, at least testing it, is going to be the best case for Bitcoin. But we know how this market works. We know how the whales like to trick, trap, and frustrate traders. And so I wouldn't be surprised if they kept prices between 44,800 and 41,950 for a while before making a decisive move. And so every time we see a significant 6 hour candle with any sort of symmetry that might be concerning or might be bullish, I'm going to make sure to update you guys on that. And so we have this potential bearish 6 hour candle about to close. Very important to notate there. Wixer says, you're the only one that does this for free, man. Is there a time that I will come every day, bro? Well, as long as you guys on the Discord, you guys will have an idea of when my new videos are out. Federico says, cheers, Naim, old subscriber here. Good to have you on. Northern Light says, 90% of Bitcoin has been mined. What does it mean when 100% of it is mined? Well, it means that it's going to continue to become more and more scarce as an asset and as a storage of value. And I don't see Bitcoin being a currency in the future. I certainly see it as an alternative to gold. It's funny, Ray Dalio, I was watching an interview recently, he was talking about, what his preferred hedges in alternative markets. And he's like, yeah, currency has to be something that not just stores its value, but also something that can be easily transacted, easily portable. And he's like explaining everything Bitcoin embodies. But then he's like, no, but I like gold better. I'm like, this guy is really on something right now. He's been changing his opinion on Bitcoin for quite some time, but he's definitely said that now he believes Bitcoin is an alternative to gold, and that he sees it very similar to gold. So I think that's a very positive thing. One thing I want to say about Ethereum is we failed to test this 200-day moving average and 3454, just like Bitcoin failed to test 44,800. So those are signs of weakness in the short term. But the total market cap did get to test its 200-day moving average. And so we at least got the test of the 200-day on the total market cap, and we didn't get a rejection yet. So in the next 24 to 48 hours, I think we're going to get some answers here, at least to see if there's going to be a true rejection or if we're going to see it break through, and that could lead the altcoins and Bitcoin to continue to see upside. Well, any short opportunities with altcoins? A2S says, I would not be shorting right now at these price levels with Bitcoin at a 40% discount. I would say that it's time to be closing short positions or entering into long positions. We've been entering into a lot of long positions in our Discord for altcoins as we saw this bounce. And so we're going to continue to monitor altcoins and where the volume is so that we can see where the opportunities lie. And with that, I think we're going to wrap up. Thank you all for tuning in today. I appreciate each and every one of you on the live stream and all of you that watch the replay here on the Snipers channel. And we'll see what happens here. Bitcoin, 44,800, 41,950. Expect the whales to keep Bitcoin in this range, to flirt with these extremely important support and resistance levels, keep traders on their toes. The trick, trap, and frustrated crew love to do that. With a 6 hour candle potentially in the short term right now closing bearish, what we really want to monitor is 41,950. As long as we stay above that, we're going to be fine. If we get below that, things could get concerning. 44,800 is the major resistance. We need to conquer that sometime soon. And before I wrap up, 4 hour Ichimoku cloud, you can see we're currently testing as support, previous resistance. And so that's also another thing to mention here, showing confluence with the 50 period on the 4-hour chart. So very, very interesting place here. We have to see this reverse soon if we're going to see it reverse. I don't see anything outside of the cryptocurrency market that would justify Bitcoin breaking back below 41,950 right now. DXY actually looks pretty good for Bitcoin, coming down, breaking major market structural support. S&P 500 chilling at its previous weekly open, above its 20-week moving average. China is starting to slip down, but nothing decisive yet. But we need to monitor China. I think that could be a big puzzle piece for the Bitcoin price here. We're coming down to potentially break down into new territory of lows. And so I'm going to continue to monitor that, but nothing to be concerned about in outside market environments. Altcoins were able to break out from major structural levels. They're maintaining those gains. Total market cap came to test its 200-day, hasn't been rejected yet. Things don't look too bad. I don't think 41,950 can be justified to be broken right now. That's just my opinion, but things could change. A 6-hour candle does look pretty bearish right now. If we close with this bearish tail, and the larger the body of this candle becomes, the worse it's going to be for Bitcoin. So it's not looking good. If we can at least get this body to move up a little bit, at least close above 43,000, I think that would be a lot nicer. I don't want to see this candle close here in the next 40 minutes below 43,000 on the 6-hour chart. It's just not looking good. That would be a pretty much a top right there, a 6-hour top candle at a very important range where it could easily break Bitcoin down to lower prices. So very, very important candle closing right now on the 6-hour. It's going to be interesting to monitor this. I'll keep you guys updated on the Discord. I'll keep on the chat. I know Tara has been on there, and Cheyenne has been on. I've been looking at your conversations, and you know, I think somebody called out flat top or something recently. So I'll be on the Discord. But with that, thank you all for tuning in to the Cypress channel today. I'm going to wrap up. Any other questions? Wixer, how did you learn the skill, and how long did it took you? We've been making videos on Bitcoin for the last 4 years now, but I come from traditional markets in 2014 actually, and so it's been quite a while, almost a decade that I've been trading markets. Lord says, you think we are in an extended cycle? I think we're still in the bullish cycle for the cryptocurrency market. I don't see a reason for Bitcoin right now to top out at $69,000 on the dot. I think that it was almost a joke to see this at $69,000, and since then we've seen downside, 40% discount with a joke of a top at 69,000. I think that now is the time to be looking at potential areas of a bottom. So it's going to be interesting. Thank you all for tuning in today. I will see you guys tomorrow on Friday as we head into the weekend. The markets are the most manipulated due to CME futures. We really want to maintain 41,950 through this weekend, and especially with the 6-hour candle closing here in the next few hours. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. And with that, thank you for tuning in today. I'm going to see you guys tomorrow. Snipers.